Welcome to my channel. My name is Manoj Maiti. Today's topic is sensors. What is sensor? A sensor is a device that collects information about the world around it. Sensing is the act of collecting information about a world around you. A sensor is a device that maps an environmental attribute to a quantitative measurement by using one or more of the following properties: electrical, mechanical, and chemical. Sensor turns useful information such as temperature and distance into data that can be used for other purposes. Sensor usually works on the principle called transduction. Transduction is the conversion of energy from one form to another form. Most sensors convert the information they gather into electrical signals. They are called as transducers. Here are a few common transducers we generally in our regular lives see. Digital thermometer. A digital thermometer is a transducer that takes a reading of the temperature and converts the electrical signal into a numeric value you can read. Photocurrent cells. Photocurrent cells actually convert the light intensity to the current. Then electrochemical cells or battery, which converts the chemical reading to voltage. Then LVDT or linear variable differential transformer, which actually converts the positions of an actuator to the inductance. Then comes to the microphone, which converts the sound pressure to electrical signal. Then the best example is a human body. A human body has 5 sensors. Sight. For sight we have eyes. For sounds we have ears. For touch sensitivity or the environmental attribute we have skin. For smell we have nose. And for taste we have tongue. Basically, these 5 sensors acts as a fusion of sensors. See, these 5 sensors work simultaneously and gives us a different sensing of an object, and which actually very useful for identifying an object. So, human senses send electrical signals to our brain, which converts them into a useful information. So the sensors can be classified into 4 groups. First level of sensor classification is based on whether the sensor is trying to gain information about the internal systems of its own device, or if it is looking for an external information about its environment. Proprioceptive sensors or proprioception is sensing that acquires internal information about the devices. Like in the case of gyroscopes, they are used to determine the position and altitude of aeroplanes and robotic device. They measure the change in angles. So they are actually sensing the own system's attributes. Like in compasses, compasses are sensors that detect magnetic fields to determine the directions. So they are determining the directions of a individual system. Then comes the exteroceptive sensors or exteroceptions, which is sensing that acquires information about the external environment. Like in the case of sonar. Sonar is called as sound navigation and ranging. So it is a useful technology used in navy or marines, the sonar sensors on the ship are sending sound waves down into the ocean. By measuring the reflection time and the signal, the sensors can map the depth and contour of the ocean floor, as well as they can actually identify the moving object. Then comes to the GPS, Global Positioning System, which actually give us a brief idea about the positions where you are moving. Means the location of the restaurants or any location you are going to move. So they are a exteroceptic sensor. Then the second group actually classify the sensors into a contact and non-contact type of classification, which requires a physical contact are called as contact type of sensors, like the touch screen of tabs, which does not require any physical contact are called as non-contact sensors, like the household digital thermometer, where it has a remote sensor on right side, which actually senses the temperature and sends the input to the screen, and it displays the useful data. The third group of sensor classifications are called active and passive sensors. Sensors can be active or passive. The differences is in how they acquire their information. Means active sensors send signals into the environment and measure the interaction of the signal with the environment. Active sensors emit energy into the environment and receives their interaction. Like in the case of radar or sonar or LiDAR, where it actually sends some waves, sound waves, maybe radio microwaves, or maybe some laser rays, and detects the interaction with the object or with the atmosphere. This is called as active sensor. Then it comes to the passive sensors. Passive sensors only receive signals that are already present in the atmosphere or environment. Passive sensors only read which are coming from the environment. Okay? So in the case of video cameras, they actually shoot the videos which are already present in the atmosphere. Okay? Got my point? Okay. Then the third category is the visual and non-visual type of sensor, where we actually have an electromagnetic spectrum. Okay, where there are many of the waves present in the atmosphere. Okay, with the few wave. Then the last group of classification is of visual and non-visual type of sensors, where they actually senses visual type of waves, which actually we can see, and the non-visual type of waves, which are the electromagnetic waves, which we can actually see in open eyes. Like in the case of parking sensors, they actually works on the principle called electromagnetic waves. Okay, they actually very useful because it gives an idea of the object. It is how closer to the car parking. Okay, these are called electromagnetic sensors, which the electromagnetic waves which we can't see in our naked eyes. Then the last classification is based on the visual and non-visual type of rays or waves. So there is a electromagnetic spectrum in this spectrum there are many waves of many wavelengths. Okay, and sensors actually senses some category of waves and receives their signal and process it to the output side. Like in the parking sensors, they actually senses the distance of that object near to the car, and it gives the output to your screen that how far is the object. Then the infrared sensors, which actually gives us the idea that the light beam or the infrared beam is getting cut off by the object or not, so it shows the presence of an object. Okay, so if we actually conclude this video of today's lecture, so I had a few basic things about the sensors. What is sensor, their classifications, their sensing attributes, and then we actually had some examples about that classifications. Okay, this is a very basic video of the sensors for every person who may be technical guy or maybe non-technical guy who is interested to know the sensing or the sensors. Okay, so this is the first video. Actually we will do lots of videos about these sensors, and we will conclude about their attributes, their working, their application. All these things will be covered in this series of lectures. So in our next video we will see what are the sensor characteristics, like the resolution, sensitivity, precision, accuracy, linearity, response time, and drift. These are the sensor characteristics are required to select a sensor. Okay, so hope we'll meet on our next video. Till then, thank you, goodbye.